My child, something is coming. It is powerful enough to shift the entire direction of this season in your life. I am inviting you to step into a holy shift that has been quietly unfolding behind all the chaos you face. It is absolutely no accident that you are hearing this today. The moment you found this is proof that your life is moving forward, not backward into the broken pieces of your past, but turning toward healing, growth, and blessings. Things are shifting right now in the unseen world. It is as if the stars above you are shifting, aligning to guide you onto a path you once prayed for, but never felt worthy of. I have heard every single prayer. I remember every quiet cry. Tonight, I am not just listening, I am acting. As you drift off to sleep, I will breathe a peace into your heart that passes all understanding. You will feel a heavy weight lift from your shoulders, the crushing burden of anxiety, the silent shadows of fear, and those deep, painful wounds you have tried so hard to hide. I am gathering every single one into my hands. You might not feel the exact moment it happens, but when you wake up, you will feel lighter. You will be ready to step into the new chapter I have written for you. Tonight, I am resetting the rhythm of your soul so it matches my perfect will. My child, I need you to understand this deep down. Not every moment of your life comes with a divine calling like this one. I whisper like this only when true change is coming. I touch your soul only when what lies ahead is far greater than you can imagine. Lately, you might have felt like you were walking on water, trembling, terrified, and unsure if you would sink. You feared going under. You doubted your strength. But I saw everything, and I caught you every single time you felt like giving up. Now, after all those dark days and the quiet nights you cried alone, I am opening a brand new door. This is the time you will finally understand why I let you go through those hard trials. Tonight is the clear line between your past and your future. The fear, doubt, and confusion that once held you back are not allowed to follow you forward. I am cutting the unseen chains that kept you stuck. I am shutting the doors that hurt you not because you failed, but because you are now ready for something much better. Some blessings can only unfold once your spirit is strong enough to carry them, and I see that your moment has arrived. My child, you cannot even begin to grasp what I have in store. Your destiny is shifting. It won't be loud or dramatic, but it will be as steady as the sunrise. Others might miss it, but your heart will know. It will feel like a warm breeze filling a freezing room, like soft light creeping into a dark room, slow, gentle, and unmistakable. You will watch doors that once seemed locked tight suddenly swing open. Lost opportunities will find their way back. The right people will step into your life. The answers you have been searching for will find you even before you ask for them. Tonight, I want to reassure you that you are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are on the right path. I am shifting things inside you, preparing your heart to receive the beautiful gifts I have waiting for you. Rest safely in my arms. While you sleep, I am working. While you are silent, I am fighting for you. When you let go of your burdens, I will hand you blessings you could never achieve on your own. As the night settles and your tired body finally relaxes, that is when I draw closest to your soul. Not with thunder or dramatic signs, but with a deep tenderness. Your heart will recognize my presence, working wonders far beyond what you can see. Tonight, when you lay your head down, I will do more than just watch over you. I will heal the deepest parts of your soul, the hidden place where old wounds still ache and where your silent longings have been completely misunderstood by the world. My child, you are carrying heavy chains without even realizing it. They are silent and invisible, hiding inside quiet fears, artificial limits, and painful memories that pull you back whenever you try to start fresh. And tonight, I will shatter every single one. Whatever has kept you stuck, cruel words, rejection, or mistakes that made you feel worthless, my hand is wiping it all away. Not through your own strength, but by my spirit. I will lift burdens you have carried for so long that you forgot who you are without them. You do not have to fight this battle alone anymore. You have carried heavy loads for so many years that your spirit has grown exhausted. Yet you kept pushing forward in silence, believing this pain was just your fate. You convinced yourself that you were completely invisible and that nobody truly understood. No one noticed how hard you fought to stay strong, even when your soul was completely running on empty. But my child, I see it all. I don't just watch, I remember. I have counted every silent tear you shed. Every moment you chose silence to protect others from worrying. Every time you forced yourself forward while your spirit trembled inside. And tonight I am lifting those heavy burdens from your shoulders. You do not have to carry them a single day longer. You don't have to keep fighting in the dark. I will lift you up with a strength this world can never take away. As for the deepest wounds buried in your heart, the ones you barely dare to touch, I am going to heal them. The broken spaces inside you, scarred by painful betrayal, by abandonment, and by the cold silence of those you trusted, I will step into those dark corners with my light. Only I can reach them. Nobody understands the pain that brought you to your knees. They didn't see what you had to survive, but I did. I witnessed every single step. And I tell you tonight, you don't have to fear those memories ever again. They will no longer hold power over you. I will lift your soul until it feels completely unburdened, as fresh as a blank page, ready for me to write my new promises upon it. As you sleep tonight, I will speak to you in dreams, whispering peace to your spirit. These won't be the messy dreams of a tired mind, but sacred messages from heaven, divine signs that only you will recognize. Because I know exactly how to speak directly to the unique language of your heart. I understand every passing thought. I know what drains you, what brings you true joy, and what stirs up worry in your soul. And I will use things you know best to prove this truth is real. I am walking right beside you, leading you into a beautiful future unlike anything you have ever imagined before. My beloved child, I know how to comfort your soul in ways no one else ever could. I know the secrets you bury so deep, the words you have never spoken aloud, and those fragile emotions you hide away because you fear others might judge you. I know them all, and none of it makes me pull away. In fact, those vulnerable spaces are exactly what draw me closer to you. You never have to pretend to be strong when you're with me. You don't have to hide a single thing. My love for you is absolute even when you feel unworthy. I see the real you in a way no one else can. With deep compassion, unconditional grace, and an understanding that goes far beyond human limits. My dear child, you are not forgotten. I never forget you, not even for a single breath. My eyes are always watching over you, even when you feel completely empty, lost, or totally unheard. Sometimes I am silent, not because I have left, but because I am working behind the scenes where you cannot see. But you will surely feel the results soon. You are never invisible to me. I have carved your name on the palms of my hands, and you are always on my mind. Never believe that your prayers fade into nothingness. I hear and cherish every single word you speak. Every prayer is safely kept for the perfect moment. And listen to me, you are not late. Your life is not running behind schedule. You have not been left out of my plan. I delayed certain things not to hurt you, but to make sure you are ready when the blessing comes. It arrives at the exact moment you are ready to hold it. If I had handed it to you too soon, it would have been a heavy burden instead of a gift. But now, because you have learned patience, surrender, and deep trust, now is the moment for me to open a beautiful new chapter in your life. You are in the right place at the perfect time with the right heart to receive the miracles I am preparing. My child, tonight is marked in the spiritual realm. It is no accident that you are listening to this. You are not here by random chance. You are standing exactly where you belong, right on time to receive the life-changing breakthrough I have lovingly prepared for you. Tonight I lay my hand upon your soul and declare these words over you. Whatever used to hold you back will lose its grip. The past hurts will no longer cling to your soul. Every doubt that ever held you back will vanish like smoke in my light. Listen closely, my child, because this isn't just temporary comfort. This is heaven confirming that the hard season you are in is shifting in ways you cannot even imagine yet. The doors that used to be locked tight against you, the opportunities you thought were lost forever, and the paths that seemed blocked, they will not stay closed anymore. My power is touching those doors right now, and when I open them, no force on earth can shut them. The very places that rejected you will come looking for you. The many no's you heard for years will start turning into yes. Walk through. I am rearranging your life right now, aligning everything with the sacred purpose I gave you before you were ever born. And my child, those who walked away from you, whether they slipped away in silence or got separated by circumstances, simply do not belong on the road ahead, the path I handpicked for your feet. Sure, it hurt when they turned their backs. You probably lay awake wondering why you had to lose them. But listen closely, not everyone is allowed to step into this next chapter with you. Some people cannot stand beside you in the future I am building. I clear them out, not to leave you lonely, but to clear space for the right people. Those who will lift you up instead of dragging you down. Souls who recognize your true value instead of fueling your self-doubt. These are people sent by my hand, not by random chance. That long season of waiting where you stumbled around in a thick fog, lost on your next step and wondering why everything froze, that season is shattering tonight. I am untying every single knot that held you back. You will quickly realize that the waiting was never meant to crush you. It was training you to grow strong enough to hold the weight of what I am giving you next. Certain blessings carry so much weight that if I had dropped them in your lap too soon, you would have crumpled under them. But now, after long years of quiet patience, of trust, grit, and hard lessons, your heart and spirit are finally ready. The hour has arrived. What was held back will now pour down suddenly like heavy rain hitting a parched, thirsty soil. And it is not just the paralysis that is melting away, the confusion is leaving too. Every time you cried out why, and every sleepless night you searched for answers. Every heavy sigh you let out when nobody was looking, I saw every bit of it. That confusion did not mean you were weak. It just meant you were trying to build everything with your own bare hands. Now, I am trading that inner chaos for perfect clarity. I will give you deep insight, a quiet heart, and direction so clear you will never doubt my voice. You will know exactly where to walk, You will know exactly what to do, and you will never feel stranded at the crossroads again. My child, that era of playing small where you felt tiny next to your problems, hiding away just to keep from getting hurt. The time of doubting your worth is over. I never made you to live in hiding. I designed you to step into the great destiny I prepared. You were not made to stay hidden. You were born to rise. Stop living like you have no voice, no value, and no place on this earth. I have planted powerful seeds deep inside you, and they are ready to bloom. Now fear is stepping aside for bold courage. I am about to open your eyes to just how massive my plans for you really are. A blueprint wide enough to cover every past failure and deep enough to mend every single wound you carry. Strong enough to lead you into spaces far beyond your wildest dreams. Did you really think I only planned an ordinary life for you? No, my child. I am writing a story whose breathtaking beauty can only be appreciated by someone who has fought hard battles of faith. I am going to show you exactly how vast my mercy really is. Not a mercy that weighs you down with guilt, but one that makes you completely brand new. And how deep my love really runs. Not a love that just comforts you, but a love that drives you into places you once feared to even dream of. Do not dread what is coming. Fear will only twist your vision of my promises. Stop measuring your future by yesterday's scars. What you went through will never define what I am doing next. The past was just old tilled soil getting the ground ready for new seeds to grow even stronger. Walk into your future with confidence, not fear. You are not stepping in alone. I go before you and I walk right by your side. I will carry you when you are exhausted and steady your feet when you stumble. Right now, I am reshaping your spirit from the inside out. It is unlike anything you have ever experienced. I am not giving you back broken, dusty fragments. What I am bringing into your life will completely eclipse everything you have ever prayed for. I will pull you from the ashes, dressing you in beauty that leaves onlookers speechless. You will stand tall in the very spot where you crashed, and everyone will see that your failure did not bury you. It actually nourished the soil for your comeback. You will sing praises in the exact places you wept bitter tears. I am trading your grief for joyful songs and replacing your heavy despair with pure joy. I will revive your hope like a fresh stream bursting through a dry desert. You will watch me turn your sorrow into power, your deep wounds into wisdom, and your losses into training for much greater things. My child, I am going to overwhelm you with my goodness, with a grace that runs far ahead to smooth your path, opening doors before you that no human on earth can ever shut. You will clearly see my touch in both the massive victories and the tiniest quiet details of your life. And you will know not just in your head but deep down in your soul that I, the one who loves you above all else, work these miracles simply because you belong to me. My beloved, do you know what touches my heart most deeply? As I look back at the long road you have traveled, it is not your moments of strength or success that move me. It is your faithful heart, a heart that quietly chose to keep standing even when it was breaking in utter silence. You pushed through days when your chest felt heavy enough to shatter, yet you still chose to do what was right. You refused to abandon kindness. Even when others met you with coldness, you never let go of your compassion. Even when you were the one left behind, you never stopped loving, though this world wounded you over and over. And trust me, I saw it all. I never once overlooked a single beautiful thing you did quietly while hiding in the shadows. Your hands reached out to lift others up even when you felt weary and empty. You kept giving from what little you had. You offered peace even when your own soul was heavy with exhaustion, choosing to encourage someone else when you yourself were desperate for a single kind word. None of this is forgotten. Heaven has written down every single gesture, every quiet sacrifice, every moment you chose light over darkness. I saw the tears you hid behind that brave smile, and I heard every whispered prayer you sent into the night. And your soul, my precious child, still reached out to me even when it felt like parched earth that had not seen rain in months. When you had no strength left for long speeches, you still breathed a quiet prayer. When you could not hear my voice, you kept trusting. When you were trapped in dark corners, you did not understand, you still held on to that thin thread of hope. You did not do this because you were strong, but because deep down you knew I would never abandon you. And because of that, your season of harvest is finally drawing near. Not because your efforts were massive, but because your heart went through the fire and still chose what is good. The very season you dreamed of, the one you prayed for and waited on with such patient endurance. It is rising like warm sunlight over the horizon. You may have sowed in tears, but you will reap your harvest in joy. You weathered the storms, and now I am bringing you into the wide open fields I prepared for you. Your restoration is not far off in the future. It starts now, not tomorrow, not someday, but at this very moment. Even as you listen to me, healing and restoration are already moving in the unseen realm. I am gathering your broken pieces, the fragments shattered by pain, by deep loss, and by the words that wounded you. I am putting them back together so beautifully that you won't even recognize the old scars. True restoration is not just going back to the past. It is about becoming stronger, deeper, and steadier because you remained faithful. The promises I whispered to you long ago are starting to unfold. Not rushed, but at the perfect appointed time. These are not just blessings, but the ultimate fulfillment of my plan for you. I will give you the promise of peace. I will open doors that no one can shut. I am preparing the help you need even now. I will write my promise of a hopeful future onto your heart every single morning you wake up. My child, I do not lie, and my words are never empty. When I speak, heaven and earth shift to match my decree. Remember this, my word never returns void. It will never fall to the ground and simply disappear. It is like a seed growing in your heart, just waiting for the right season to burst forth with strength. I have never forgotten a single promise I made you. Even when the world made you think I was silent, know that my silence is never abandonment. It is deep quiet and purposeful preparation. Tonight, the second you close your eyes, I want you to do something incredibly important. Place every single fear you carry into my hands. Don't just hand over a part of it, give me all of it. Let me carry the heavy burdens you have held onto for far too long. Let me quiet the anxiety that rises when you worry about tomorrow. Fear has no place in the new chapter I am opening for you. And it is not just fear. I want you to release the bitterness you have buried so deep inside. The bitterness of being misunderstood, the sting of betrayal, the ache of giving your whole heart and getting no real sincerity in return, the resentment of trying so hard while others brushed you aside. Stop carrying these things, they only weigh your soul down. Let them drop at my feet like heavy stones you no longer need to carry, my child. Let your heart soften right now. You have spent so long trying to make sense of everything around you, desperately searching for reasons behind the storms, trying to force the broken fragments together so they finally make some sense. But child, the journey I have planned for you does not always follow human logic or what your eyes can see. I am writing chapters in your life story with my own hand way beyond what your mind can understand. So let go of your need to figure everything out. I am working in the exact places you cannot make sense of. Right inside those uncertain spaces, I am building something beautiful and new. Trust me with the things you cannot fix. You tried to mend broken relationships, yet they still fell apart. You poured your very best into situations where the final outcome remained completely out of your hands. Some wounds you deeply wish you could erase, and their memories still linger. You are not to blame. It is not your job to fix everything. Some things only my hands can reshape, restore, and truly heal. Where your hands are completely helpless is exactly where my power moves with the greatest strength. You do not have to be perfect for me to step in. Just let go and let me do what only I can. Trust me with the people you cannot change. My child, I see how tired your heart is from trying to open their eyes, from wishing they would turn around and begging them to stop hurting themselves and breaking your heart. But you cannot change another person's heart. You cannot force anyone to see the pain they have caused. That work belongs to me. Hand them over. I know how to speak to their deepest soul in ways you never could. I know the perfect moment to wake up their spirit in a way they cannot resist. Let me handle what you cannot fix. And trust me with the future you cannot see yet. You are standing before a door your eyes cannot look through. The days ahead might look like a vast, dark path. You feel afraid. You feel uncertain. You do not know where you will end up, who you will meet, what you will lose, or what you will gain. But believe me when I say, I have already gone ahead. I have prepared the way and cleared obstacles you cannot even see right now. All you have to do is take small steps of faith. The light will rise as you walk, not before you start. Never forget this. I am holding everything, not just a piece, not halfway. Everything that matters to you, your words, your thoughts, even the silent fears you are too afraid to speak, rest safely in my hands. Nothing happens outside of my plan. I never overlook a single wound, and I never ignore your prayers. I am holding you the way a loving father cradles his child, keeping you from falling, keeping you from losing your way. I have brought you here tonight because this is much more than just a message. This is a turning point in your life story. One day you will look back and say, on that very night, my soul stepped into a brand new season. This is not a quick fix to make you feel better for a moment. This is a word sent at the exact hour, the perfect time, sealing your destiny. You are here by design, not by accident. This is the start of a deep, powerful shift, a movement in the spiritual world that your physical eyes cannot see. But your heart will feel it. You will start to notice that what once felt stuck is suddenly moving. Doors that were closed are opening. Heaviness is turning to light. The things that made you hesitate are suddenly clear. This change does not come with thunder. It comes through a shift inside you, a new peace, strength, and clarity rising like dawn in your spirit. Heaven is writing a fresh chapter of your life right now. You might not see the pen, but you will see the ink. You won't hear the writing, but you will feel each sentence forming deep inside. This is the exact moment I open doors you have prayed about for years. This is the moment you leave the old chapter behind. This is the moment I hand you the key to a new beginning. And my child, you will sense it, not with your physical eyes or human logic, but with a deep knowing inside your spirit. You will know things have changed. You will feel yourself growing lighter, your heart finding true peace, your steps becoming steady. You won't be able to explain to anyone why you feel this way, but your soul will know. Sacred things do not need explaining. They only need to be recognized. You will know. You will feel it in every breath and every quiet moment. Even in small daily decisions that once made you anxious, and even if others do not understand, even if they doubt your path or tell you it is just a passing feeling, you will still feel the truth inside you. Because I, the voice speaking to you now, will assure your spirit that the shift has started. My child, I am your father, not just in some symbolic way, but in the deepest, truest sense. I am the one who shaped you with hands full of love. I know you more intimately than you know yourself. I understand every deep wound, every secret fear, and every quiet hope you never dared to share. I am your constant friend. Come to me when you are strong, when you are weak, when you celebrate, and when you have no one else left. I am never distant. I am closer to you than your very heartbeat. I loved you long before you drew your first breath. Before you ever opened your eyes to this world, I was already watching over you with pure joy. I knew the story you would write, the battles you would face, the tears you would cry. And still, I chose you. My love for you goes far beyond this temporary world. You are eternal to me because your soul bears my very image. You have never spent a single moment alone in the dark, and I will be there in the days ahead. If you quiet your heart for just a second, you will start to notice the quiet whispers I am sending your way. Not loud signs or flashy miracles, but gentle nudges like a soft breeze on quiet water. They are so delicate that others will miss them, but your soul will know them instantly. You will feel quiet shifts, gentle reminders, and timely moments showing up right when you need them. They are not random. They are my fingerprints left on every detail of your life. Never treat these moments as ordinary. Like a single word that makes your heart lift, or a tiny door that suddenly cracks open, or when someone shows up to lift your spirits on the exact day you feel exhausted. That is no accident. That is me stepping closer, speaking directly to your heart. I want you to know I am right here beside you, watching over you and holding your hand. Trust that I am with you even in the smallest details. Every sign is my whisper. I am right here. Keep moving. Do not give up. You have felt the pain of betrayal. I know how it softened you, yet made you guarded. It made you cautious around everyone you meet. But those deep wounds sharpened your wisdom, giving you a gift very few people have. That pain did not ruin your spirit. It taught you to spot real love from empty words. It showed you who belongs in your next chapter and who needs to be left behind. I used those broken pieces to build a deep strength inside you that nothing else could have taught. Every single loss you felt, the things that slipped through your fingers while you tried to hold on. The people who left when you needed them most. The doors that slammed shut after you knocked for so long, none of that was meant to leave you empty. Those empty spaces cleared the way for me to bring you something new, something better, and beautifully timed. You cannot take hold of your future if you are still clinging to the past. That is why I let those things go, to expand your capacity to receive. Nothing leaves your life without my permission, and nothing is removed unless I am preparing you for something greater. And those long, painful delays that left you feeling completely breathless, those unfulfilled dreams that made you feel like you were falling behind, were actually part of my careful plan. You only saw delay. I saw the whole picture, bringing all the pieces together. I was aligning the right people and the perfect opportunities. If I opened that door too early, you would have stepped through unprepared. If I gave you what you wanted before the right season, you would not have been ready to keep it. Delay does not mean denial. It means divine alignment. My timing will always be better than yours. Nothing in your life has ever been wasted. Not a single tear fell in vain. Not one dark night passed without me watching. You might think those painful years were just wasted failures, painful wounds, or seasons of doing nothing. But to me, they were times of planting. Those were the moments when I built the foundation for your spiritual strength. That was when you learned how to stand tall, how to trust me, and how to hold on. I will not let a single mile of that road go to waste. My child, nothing on your path has ever been an accident. Every event is like a brushstroke on a beautiful painting I am creating just for you. The surprise meetings, the closed doors, the new opportunities, and even the losses that make no sense. All of them belong to a divine plan built on wisdom you cannot see yet. One day you will look back and see the purpose behind every single moment. You will realize my hand was guiding you not down a simple straight path, but along a winding road built to make you stronger, wiser, and ready. I am going to restore every single year you lost. You might think you wasted years, that seasons passed with no meaning, and that lost chances are gone forever. But I rule over time itself, and my grace can restore far more than what was stolen. I will pour out such abundance that it completely washes away your pain. I can speed up your breakthrough and carry you forward faster than you ever dreamed. Nothing is ever too late when I am leading the way. I am giving back the peace you thought was gone forever. This deep quiet won't depend on what happens around you. It will feel like a deep, ocean-like stillness inside your soul, even when storms rage. I know those days when you trembled with fear, but I am replacing that fear with the gentle quiet of heaven. You will breathe easier, sleep more soundly, and smile from the heart, standing strong against the things that used to terrify you. I am rebuilding the walls that crumbled around you, walls of trust, self-worth, and forgotten dreams. I won't rebuild them the way they used to be. They will be stronger, more beautiful, and lasting. What broke in your life was never meant to be the end. It was just the starting point for me to make something completely new. My child, I will fill those empty spaces inside you with my presence. You won't feel that hollow ache in your chest anymore. My spirit will comfort you whenever you are grieving, strengthen you when you feel weak, guide you when you are lost, and bring joy when everything else feels quiet. I am going to fill those hidden corners no one else can touch, healing the loneliness you never dared to speak aloud. I will answer the deep longings your heart has never been able to put into words. My beloved child, you can stop fighting to hold on to what I have already promised is yours. What I put in your hands cannot be stolen by anyone. Not by gossip, critical eyes, or the doubts of others. You were never meant to live in fear of losing the blessings I give. You were made to walk in total peace, knowing the King of creation is watching over your every single step. You might think you have to fight for these things, but they belong to you before you even realized it. You don't need to compete or struggle to become who I made you to be. Your worth doesn't depend on human approval. Let go of that heavy exhaustion. You have carried a heavy burden that was never yours for way too long. The heavy burden of constantly proving your worth, performing for others, and trying to please the critical eyes around you. But you were never made to be a slave to human expectations. You were created for freedom, grace, and the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Every critical opinion, every quiet whisper behind your back, every judgment you dread, they are like tiny dust motes compared to the beautiful plan I have for your life. Draw near to me. Let my breath soothe the deep weariness in your soul. Let my voice guide you into places you never dared to step before. I am not calling you into a life of fear. I am calling you into a life of restoration and healing, changed by my divine power. Don't feel like you must be perfect to approach me. Come to me exactly as you are tonight, with your tender wounds and your unanswered questions. Bring the weaknesses you try so hard to hide. My child, tonight is different. It is unlike any night before. In heaven, a shift has already happened. Your physical eyes cannot see it yet, but your soul surely feels it. A door that was locked for months, maybe even years, is quietly sliding open now. A dormant promise is finally coming alive. Something meant for you, delayed by so many trials, is closer than ever before. As you get ready for sleep, I am doing what you cannot do alone. I am lifting the heavy worries from your mind, just like a loving father takes a heavy pack off his child's shoulders. I am pouring my peace over you. Not the cheap, temporary peace of this world, but the quiet that calms every storm inside. A peace that steadies your heart so you don't have to fear tomorrow. Tonight, something deep inside you is letting go. Some fears seem too deeply rooted to ever be pulled out. But the moment I touch them, they will vanish like morning mist. Do you know why? My child, because I am healing you. I am mending the hurts others caused and the deep cracks left from the days you did not know how to love yourself. I am bringing back the wholeness you felt you did not deserve anymore. I am gathering every broken piece of your soul, binding them together with my absolute love. I do not rush your healing. I restore you so you can finally see your worth through my eyes. And I am not done yet. I am leading you toward a future you cannot even imagine. You thought your best days were behind you. No, my child. The best is still ahead. You thought your dreams had hit a wall, but those limits only existed in your mind. They were never in my plan. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no heart can fully grasp what I have ready for those who love me. My beloved child, tonight I just want you to pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and listen with an open heart to what I am saying. Something powerful is shifting right now in the spiritual world. Your soul needs to hear these words before you take another step. The seasons of your life are starting to shift quietly, but surely, just like the sun changes course unnoticed until its warm light begins to touch your skin in a new way. You have endured a long, cold winter. It lasted so long that you feared the frost had become your permanent destiny. A dark season where every prayer you sent up seemed to fall flat on the ground without an echo. A time when you mistook my silence for rejection, thinking the heavy darkness meant I had turned my face away from you. But my child, winter has never meant I abandoned you. It is how I prepare you for the new growth I am planting inside. While you thought I was silent, I was working deep. I reached down into the hidden layers of your soul, places you have never even laid eyes on, where old memories, pain, resentment, and hope got tangled together like frozen ground after a long winter. I touched your roots, not to tear them up, but to make them strong. I wanted your roots deep enough to survive any storm and wide enough to hold the blessings coming your way. You could not see this, but I could. You did not feel anything moving, but I was gently softening the parts of your heart hardened by old wounds. Do you remember the nights you wept completely alone, staring into the dark, wondering if your prayers even mattered? I was right there next to you. I caught every single tear. One by one, like gentle rain softening parched ground, I let your fears wash away in my presence, melting them like snow under the early spring sun. Not a single second of your winter season was wasted. Everything you went through was actually preparing the beautiful breakthrough that is about to unfold. Do not fear change, my child. I know you have lived in the dark so long that light feels strange. You have crawled for so long that when I finally nudge you forward, the sudden motion makes your heart race. But change is part of my divine design. Seasons cannot stand still. They have to turn for life to grow. The same goes for you. That cold season was never a punishment, nor was it a measure of your worth. It did not mean you failed. Winter was simply my way of shielding you deep in the soil, keeping you safe from harsh winds that would have broken you. I kept you covered from things you were not ready to face yet. I held you in that quiet space so you could learn to stand strong when I bring you into open fields. You thought you were stuck, but I was building you up, and now, my child, your spring is finally here. I do not rush it, but it arrives with a divine certainty settled in heaven long ago. This new season is not luck. It proves that the life inside you never died. It is a reminder that I have been working all along. Even when you could not feel it, I was waiting for the perfect moment to wake up the seeds I planted inside you. And once they bloom, you will be amazed at how fast they grow. You will see healing in places you thought were dead. Old dreams, the ones you feared would never happen, will suddenly begin to sprout and come alive once more. Then summer will arrive, bringing total fullness. It is the time when my light shines through you from the inside out. No more struggling to prove you are on the right path. Life will flow naturally from your decisions, and you will see my daily provision, my guidance, and my favor. I will open doors so wide that you will just stop and say, Lord, this is truly your doing. Summer proves that my promises were never just empty words. You will step into a season of grace that flows like cool water, refreshing every dry corner of your soul. But do not forget autumn, my child. Many see autumn as a time of loss and letting go. But to me, it is your harvest season. It is when you gather what you planted through tears, patience, and quiet obedience. You will no longer view falling leaves as sad endings, but as proof that the earth is bringing back everything good. Autumn is your season of abundance, where prayers are answered and opportunities open up like golden fields under a warm evening sun. All these seasons, winter, spring, summer, autumn, lead you to one ultimate truth. You are growing on this journey with me. No season is a waste, and no season lasts forever. I will never leave you to walk alone in any of them, my beloved child. Listen closely, because these words are more than just quick comfort. This is eternal truth carved into your soul, those battles you have fought for so long, those old habits that chained you down, those exhausting cycles that drained your soul. They are finally losing their grip on your life. You do not have to fear those old temptations anymore, or worry about falling back into the same dead ends from your past. Everything that controlled your mind, the anxiety, the feeling of failure, the dread of abandonment, and your past mistakes, they will all vanish like smoke in the wind. You will realize their hold is no longer a heavy chain binding you, but only a distant echo of a battle I already won. A gentle, quiet peace is filling your soul like fresh rain on thirsty ground. You might not have the words to explain it, but deep down, your soul will feel the exact moment my peace touches you. All the loud noise in your head will fade, and every tangled part of you will find its place like pages closing in a book. You will feel a deep relief that has nothing to do with your circumstances. It is my hand resting gently on your heart. Just like rain softening the cracked soil after a long drought, my presence is healing the places that hardened during your darkest trials. When this peace washes over you, you will know something has shifted inside. You will feel the air around your soul clear up, making it easier for you to breathe again. The heavy burdens that once weighed down your shoulders will suddenly feel like they have vanished. The anxieties that made your chest feel tight will no longer have the power to scare you. You won't need human logic to make sense of it. Your soul will feel it first, knowing this deep peace comes from me, the only one who can heal your deepest hurts. When you open your eyes tomorrow morning, a quiet miracle will take place. You will wake up with a light heart, as if I gathered every heavy stone weighing you down and carried them away while you slept. You will stand up with new confidence, not a strength you had to force, but a deep knowing that you're never walking alone. A fresh hope will rise up inside you. This is not a fragile hope that leaves you disappointed, but a strong faith born from knowing I hold your entire future. You used to sigh and think, maybe my life is just an endless cycle of pain. Maybe the worst moments will just keep repeating forever and ever. Maybe this is my fate. You felt trapped in a circle with no way out. You thought that no matter what you did, you would always end up right back here tired, hurt, and completely hopeless. But my child, tonight I'm performing a miracle only I can do. I am drawing a straight line directly through that painful circle. Tonight the cycle is broken. I'm stopping every negative pattern the enemy has used to drain your strength. Tonight I declare an end to those downward spirals that keep dragging you back into fear and failure. Tonight I'm locking the door you tried to close but lacked the strength to seal. Tonight, I'm removing everything that has clung to your soul like a dark shadow. A brand new season is here, not a repeat of the past, but something entirely fresh. I am doing something you have never experienced before. You are never going back to the place you just left behind. You are not going back to the broken version of who you used to be. Your mind, your heart, and your steps are all starting a brand new journey, even if you don't feel it yet. I know some days it feels like you are not moving forward at all. You look around and everything seems completely frozen. You think you are just treading water, but the truth is, your soul is moving forward in the spirit. You are growing in the quiet moments, being gently pulled away from things that no longer belong in your life. Not all progress can be seen, but every step I take has a purpose as I lead you forward. I will never let you stay stuck. It might feel quiet right now, but you are not trapped. Like a hidden seed quietly breaking open beneath the soil, you are bursting forth like water carving through solid stone, reshaping everything around you. You are being transformed. My child, this quiet season is not a delay. It is proof that I am rebuilding your life. The tiny steps you take are massive leaps in my eyes. Your biggest failures are actually the foundations I am laying for you. When you think you are falling behind, I am actually rescuing you from the wrong path to set you in the right direction. In this new season, opportunities will open easily without any struggle. You will walk right into places that used to stay locked, no matter how hard you knocked. My grace will follow you like your very breath, and you will realize I never left you to fight alone. You just could not see me, but I never left you, not for a single second. My beloved child, listen closely to the words I am speaking to you right now. These are not just comforting words, but guidance for the new chapter unfolding in your life. Your next season holds beautiful divine gifts, but with these blessings come new responsibilities that I am preparing to place upon your shoulders. My grace always carries purpose, and my glory brings a calling. Nothing I give you is meant to be hidden away. I bless you so you can move forward and take action. I want you to shine as a light to this world. In this new season, I do not ask for your talent. I only desire your closeness. Stay near me and walk by my side. Let my hand guide you into spaces you once feared to enter. Do not rush ahead of my perfect timing, because rushing will only cause you to stumble. At the same time, do not shrink back in fear, thinking you are too weak to receive my blessings. You do not need to run ahead, nor should you fall behind. Simply walk with me step by step. I know there were times you felt left behind watching others move forward while you seemed completely stuck, but I was keeping you in a quiet place of preparation, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal your next step. You will not move by your own strength now, but by my spirit. Trust that I have already planned every single step. Nothing you go through is wasted. I will teach you to hear my voice in the quiet. My spirit will guide you, not with loud urgency, but gently. Like a soft spring breeze on your soul, you will know when to go and when to wait. My peace will be your sign. When you walk in ease and your heart is calm, I am opening the way. But if you feel heaviness or worry, or if a deep restlessness rises, that is my signal to wait, to pause, listen, and hold my hand tighter. And my child, never forget that my joy is your true strength. You might think your strength comes from working hard, from pushing through or staying brave. Yet in my kingdom, real strength comes from joy, the joy of belonging to me. The joy of walking in the right direction, knowing you are loved unconditionally. When my joy fills you, no trial can ever defeat you. No hurtful words can shake your faith, and no distraction can pull you away from the path I have designed for you. In the quiet nights ahead, you will start seeing signs that heaven is sending directly to you. Those dreams you brushed off as random are actually my way of confirming your steps. They are not meaningless visions. They are the sacred language through which I speak to your spirit. While you sleep and your mind is at rest, I can plant seeds of wisdom and revelation directly into your heart. Deep truths you never thought of and insights you could never invent on your own. And when you wake, the morning light will bring fresh creativity, clarity, and the wisdom you need for this new season. You will receive ideas you never even imagined. You will find open doors where there used to be only dead ends. These sudden moments of clarity do not come from you, they come from me. They prove that I am actively working in and through you. Pay close attention to your morning thoughts. Write down those fleeting ideas because they carry the weight of your bright future. Capture the sudden clarity that comes to you. These moments are never just random thoughts. They are spiritual seeds I am planting to nourish you for the season you are stepping into. These seeds have the power to grow into doors, divine opportunities, and encounters beyond your wild dreams. My beloved child, do not hide these seeds. I want you to nurture and grow them. A seed only grows when it is planted and cared for in faith. You do not need to figure everything out today. Just trust and follow my guidance. These ideas will become keys to open doors you have waited in front of for years. Small revelations will lead you to major breakthroughs. When those doors open, you will know my hand did it, not your own wisdom. You will remember those nights you cried in secret. You will remember waking up exhausted yet still choosing to trust me. I saw it all. Not a single one of your tears is wasted. Every tear is a seed sown into the ground of your future. You are entering a time where my creativity flows through you like water. You will speak powerful words you never knew you had. You will achieve things you once thought were only distant, impossible dreams. Wisdom will flow naturally as if you woke up simply knowing what to do. This is my gift to the child who walks closely with me. And hear me on this, never overlook those quiet little thoughts I plant in your mind. They might seem simple, but they hold the power to change your whole life. A single insight from me can open doors that 10 years of hard work never could. Just one touch from me can heal a deep pain you have carried for years. A single dream from me can set you on the path you were destined for. My child, very soon you will start noticing the quiet, undeniable ways heaven is moving around you. These moments won't be loud or flashy, but they'll carry my signature so clearly you can't miss it. You might hear a stranger say something that perfectly mirrors what I told you in your quietest hours. You will watch opportunities show up at just the right moment, perfectly shaped and matching the deepest desires you have shared with me in prayer. You will be amazed when doors you used to pound on out of sheer desperation, doors you thought were locked forever, suddenly swing wide as if they never stood in your way. Right then, people will enter your life holding the very missing pieces you needed for your journey. None of this is a mistake. It is not luck, and it is definitely not some random stroke of good fortune. No, my child, these are signs. They are the very first signs of a new season beginning. This is the first harvest, real proof that my promise to you is no longer just words, but is actually starting to happen. It is like water building up before a massive flood of blessings. Every little nod from me is a gentle reminder. I am right here. I am at work. I am carving out a path just for you. As you watch these breakthroughs happen, make sure to guard your heart and stay humble. I will elevate you, but this honor is not meant to feed your pride. It is meant to put you exactly where I need you to be. Always remember that every blessing comes from my grace, not your own hustle or strength. Stay grounded in that truth. When you are properly aligned with me, I can carry you further than you ever dreamed possible. And as my blessings rain down, keep your heart soft and compassionate toward others. As you step into this new season of abundance and open doors, you are going to meet people who are still struggling through the same dark valley you just escaped. Show them the same mercy I showed you. Reach down to pull them up instead of just walking past. Blessings themselves do not build character. How you handle those blessings is what shows who you really are on the inside. Most importantly, stay close to me. So many people cry out to me in pain but completely forget me when life is good. Do not let that be your story. When I bring you into open fields of abundance, keep walking with me, heart open and mind sharp. Staying close to me will be your compass, keeping you on track when good-looking opportunities turn out to be distractions. Our connection will help you tell the difference between a true blessing from heaven and a clever distraction. Now, my child, I have a gentle warning for you, not to scare you, but to make sure you walk tall. Do not let fear drag you back to where you used to be. You have fought too hard to turn around now. You survived long, dark nights and hardships that almost shattered you, but that chapter is closed. Do not let old mistakes make you question what I am building in your life today. Do not let critics and cynics slow you down. And never let the echoes of your past drown out the call of your future. Do not let guilt tell you that you do not deserve this breakthrough. You cannot earn my favor. Yet I have chosen you anyway. You cannot wash away your own past, yet my grace has made you clean. Stop worrying that old slip-ups will make me walk away. My love for you is not based on your performance, but on my infinite goodness. You are not entering this new chapter because you checked all the boxes. You are here simply because I called your name. So walk forward with courage. Do not hang your head in shame, but look up knowing that I am guiding your steps. This exact moment was designed just for you. Not too early, not too late, but right when your soul is ready to carry this blessing. You must realize you did not get here by accident. You are standing here because I mapped out your path. My child, in the coming days, you will keep finding little signs of validation like lights guiding you home. When a complete stranger repeats the very things I told you in secret, know that heaven is confirming my plan for your life. When the perfect door opens just like you prayed, take it as proof that I have heard your quietest prayers. When an old locked door suddenly swings wide, it proves no obstacle can stop me when I decide to move. And when new helpers step into your life with unique talents, wisdom and encouragement, or strength for your path, it shows I have prepared everything long before you even knew you would need it. My precious child, tonight I want you to understand how seasons truly work in my kingdom. These seasons are not measured by human calendars, but by the growth of your soul and the work I am doing deep inside you. Just like the earth journeys through winter, spring, summer, and autumn, your own spirit travels through stages I designed to help you grow, not just in understanding, but in deep faith, endurance, and your true calling. You have just finished a season of preparation, a hard time when you could not understand why things were so incredibly difficult, why things you loved were suddenly taken away, why you had to face heaven's silence and a hollow heart with no explanations to soothe your pain. But listen, my child, that hard time was not a punishment. It was a holy process. I pruned away what was dead so your spiritual roots could grow deeper, stronger, and more secure beneath the surface. Nobody sees the roots. Nobody applauds them. Yet those unseen roots hold all your true strength. You cried more tears than you care to admit, praying through nights so long that your cries simply became your breath. You kept going even when every voice around you told you to give up. But I saw every single tear, every sigh, and every quiet prayer. I watched you stand tall after storms shook your faith. I saw you cling to me when you had no idea what I was doing. That time of pruning, of silence, and of testing softened your heart and made it more fertile than it has ever been. Now, my child, I bring you joyful news. Your time of preparation is finally complete. You are entering a brand new season, a time of planting and spiritual increase. The things you deeply desired, which once felt so far away, will now form clearly right before you. Opportunities you once thought were just wishful dreams will now come close. Divine relationships, sent at my perfect timing, will enter your life to plant seeds, support you, and walk beside you. The visions, the ideas, and the dreams you quietly hid away will suddenly take root and flourish, breaking right through the surface. You will be amazed at how fast things change. Just like a green sprout pushing through after rain, signs of new life will appear so fast it will feel like an overnight miracle. But this is no accident, my child. They arrive at the exact right moment because your heart is finally ready. You paid for this new season with your tears, tears that were never wasted. You prepared through prayers you thought fell on deaf ears, and through quiet endurance, taking small, steady steps, staying faithful when you had nothing to lean on but my promise. The soil inside you is no longer hard and dry. It has been softened by trials, by sorrow, and by your obedience. And when the soil is soft, the seeds will grow. What is coming is not from lucky breaks or because of your own strength, but because of my deep work in your heart, day after day, through every single trial you survived. That hard preparation was the time I was working behind the scenes, even when you felt nothing was happening. In this new planting season, you will witness real visible growth in your spirit and your life. Things that once felt like heavy trials will now become your chance to shine bright. Fearful situations will turn into new ground for you to claim with confidence. Quiet promises you kept inside will begin to show themselves in the light. Every time you see this new life bloom, remember, it is no accident. It is the unfolding of a master plan I set long ago. Even the people around you will shift. Some will come to plant new seeds in your soul. Others will water them with deep encouragement and support. Some will teach you lessons you never understood before. But there are also people you must let go of. They belong to your past chapter, not the future you are walking into. Do not mourn when seasons change and people walk away. I am not discarding them. They simply finished their part in that chapter of your story. As you plant, I will give you more seed. As you walk forward, I will clear the path. Trust me, and I will make you flourish. True growth does not come from your struggling. Growth comes from the quiet partnership between you and me. You plant the seeds and I bring the harvest. You move and I guide. You pray and I answer beyond your wildest dreams. My child, get ready to witness wonders. You will see small beginnings grow into great things. Watch as fragile ideas transform into clear plans and broken prayers turn into beautiful displays of my grace. You will watch the tiny seeds in your hands bloom into massive fields of blessing. I want you to see that this planting season is not just about hard work, it is a season of hope. This is the moment you behold what I prepared in hidden places. This is when you harvest what you sowed in tears. Now you will experience the fullness of my hand upon your life. No more guessing what I am doing. Today you will see. My beloved child, as you step into this season of sowing and growth, realize that what is unfolding before you is not just a streak of good luck, but the natural harvest of a life refined by testing and anchored in deep faith. What you are about to witness did not just happen overnight. It aligns with the divine rhythm I established long before you were formed in your mother's womb. New life is never an accident. It is the fruit of your quiet perseverance, the faith you showed even on days when you had nothing left but weary sighs and faint prayers. In this season, you will begin to feel a gentle yet unmistakable stirring deep within your spirit. It will feel like the first warm breeze of summer sweeping across an open field, signaling that life is moving beneath the soil. It is the prompting of the Holy Spirit inviting you to step far beyond your old boundaries and believe in dreams you once thought were too great, too distant, or not meant for you. But my child, understand that the limits you lived under were simply the painful leftovers of difficult seasons. They have no power over the season you are stepping into now. This new season is not built on your past. It is anchored in my word. You will recognize this truth as I stir within you fresh visions, new desires, and bold goals, things you never dared to dream before. Do not fear these things when I place a vision in your heart. I will provide every step to make it happen. I never speak a word without giving you the power to fulfill it. I never lay a burden on you without lifting it by your side. Along this new path, you will encounter moments that make you feel incredibly small. Do not run from that feeling. I want you to walk right through it. Because feeling small shows you are relying on me instead of your own power. And in my kingdom, those who depend on me are the strongest of all. They do not lean on their own understanding, they trust my wisdom. They do not walk in their own strength. They walk by the power of heaven. They do not hide their weakness, but let my strength be made perfect through it. And then, my child, as the first green sprouts begin to break through, you will finally see what you once struggled to understand. You will recognize the true value of every hard season you survived. What you once called failure was actually fertilizer. The tears you thought were wasted actually watered the dry soil of your heart. The dark days you thought had no purpose were the exact moments I was building your foundation. You will know deep in your soul that I never once abandoned you. You will look back and see that I used everything, even the deepest pain, to prepare you to stand firm in this season of blessing. No seed I plant is ever wasted. In the days ahead, you will see beautiful new connections forming. Strangers will enter your life, fitting together like perfect puzzle pieces meant for the next stage of your destiny. Doors you struggled to open for years will swing wide the moment you gently touch them. Not because you got stronger, but because the appointed time has arrived. In my kingdom, perfect timing is just as critical as preparation. And now both are ready. I will teach you how to nurture the seeds I have planted. Not everything that grows is from me, and not everything from me grows easily. Every seed requires your attention, your faith, and your daily perseverance. Do not be discouraged when the early growth slows down. Do not panic when challenges rise around the tender sprouts. Hardships are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to strengthen you. Everything you nurture with faith will grow through my power, my child. Remember that a season of growth is not just about hard labor, it is a season of awareness. You will begin to hear my voice more clearly and feel my presence more deeply and recognize my fingerprints all over your daily life. You will know that I do not just bless you, I walk with you through every decision, every step, and every dream. Our intimacy will grow. You will feel me closer to you than ever before. Because when you walk in alignment with your season, my presence becomes unmistakably real. Then one day you will step into your season of harvest. This is the moment when the things you have waited for finally begin to bloom. But listen closely to me. The harvest is not your only reward. The harvest is just the visible proof of what I have done in secret. Before you ever pick the fruit, I have already built you. Before you see the final outcome, I have already made your faith stronger. Before you step into a season of overflowing blessings, I have prepared you to carry them. So do not rush. Never assume that the only season worth waiting for is the harvest. Every single season carries its own beauty. Every season holds its own treasure. And in the season you are in right now, the greatest gift is your inner transformation. My child, I want you to walk through this moment with a brand new confidence. Not confidence in your own strength, but confidence in me. I led you through the storm. Why would I leave you during the harvest? I shielded you when you were at your weakest. Would I fail to keep you safe now that you are growing stronger? I loved you on those dark days when you could not find anything lovable in yourself. Would I not lift you up now that you are finally recognizing your own worth? Here is what I want you to write deep upon your heart. You never walk alone. I go before you to clear the path, I walk behind to guard you, and I stand beside you to guide you. What I started in you, I will finish. Your only job is to keep moving forward, keep believing, and keep your heart soft and willing. My beloved child, there is a truth I need you to engrave deeply into your soul, held safe in my hands. No ending is ever meaningless. When you see a door slam shut or a chapter cut short, I see it through different eyes. These are new beginnings hidden under ashes. You weep at the end, but I look far beyond it. I see new life waiting on the other side of your pain. When things stop, it is never because I have run out of options, but because I am freeing you from a space that has become far too small for your true destiny. Every goodbye you say to a person, a place, a dream, or an older version of yourself is never an empty void. These farewells are doors. They might slam shut with a painful echo, but they open quietly in a new direction. You only see the heavy door shutting right before your eyes, but I see the long hallway stretching out behind it, leading to rooms you never even knew existed. Do not fear goodbyes or separations or things that have run their course. In my kingdom, I only permit an ending when I am making room for something better, deeper, and far more mature. Every loss you suffer if you let me in will never remain an empty space. I never dismiss your deep pain. I do not downplay what you have surrendered. I see every single thing you had to let go of, even when your heart desperately wanted to hold on. I saw the nights you clung to old memories like a worn-out coat simply because you were not ready to accept that the season was over. But my child, I do not let loss become your final punctuation mark. Instead, I use it to clear space for something much greater. When your hands are wrapped around what is already dead, there is no room for the blessings I want to give you. I am not robbing you. I am freeing you. You have kept memories of past seasons, like dried leaves pressed inside a book, old stories, familiar faces and dreams that once made up your entire world. I am not asking you to forget your past. I am simply inviting you to stop letting your past act as an anchor keeping you tied to an old shore. Memory is not meant to chain you down, but to remind you how far I have carried you. Honor what has been, but do not live there. Look back with gratitude, then turn and step forward in obedience. Now I am calling you to open your hands. You have held on too tightly to things that no longer belong in this season. You have tried to save relationships, old habits, and personal plans that I gently urged you to let go of long ago. Yet you hesitated, terrified that if you finally let go, you would be left with absolutely nothing. You forgot that only when a tiny seed falls to the earth and dies can it produce a great harvest. In the exact same way, only when you surrender the old at my feet can I place beautiful new blessings into your hands. Let the last dead leaves of the past fall away. Do not try to glue them back onto the branches. A tree does not die when its leaves drop. It is just getting ready for a brand new season of life. And so are you. You are not losing everything when the old fades away. Instead, it is a clear sign that I am clothing you in something fresh and new. Those old leaves, though once beautiful, no longer carry the life they did. You only keep them because you are afraid of looking empty. But my child, I am never afraid to see you in your bare seasons. I know this is simply the threshold before your new buds begin to bloom. Once you choose to let the autumn leaves fall, you can look up and see the very first buds of a new season already opening on the branches. They might look tiny and shake in the cold breeze, but they prove life is coming back. I am about to grow something you have never seen before. I am painting your entire world with colors you never thought were possible. I am not just taking you back to your old life. I am guiding you into something completely new, my child. This is not just another endless cycle of ups and downs, winning and losing, or coming and going. You are no longer stuck spinning on some tired wheel of fate. I am leading you across a boundary, lifting you up to a higher place deep below the surface. This is not just about putting you back where you were before the storm. You are crossing a bridge to a completely different shore. You will never have to go back to those dark woods where you got lost. You are heading toward a wide, green, and beautiful country. This new chapter did not just happen by accident. I have been writing this page for a very long time, just waiting for your heart to be ready to step in. You used to think you had your life all figured out. But now I am pulling back the curtain to show you a much deeper layer. Your purpose is not just about what you do. It is about who you become in my hands. Right now I am doing more than just changing your situation. I am stretching your soul, making you tender and making you strong. I am taking you beyond just knowing about me so you can truly feel my presence in your soul. I know you feel nervous because stepping into the unknown is scary. You are leaving your safe zone behind, and you still cannot see the destination ahead of you. You are stuck right in the middle of the bridge, leaving your past behind with nothing but my promises ahead. But this transition is exactly where your faith grows. I would never ask you to cross this alone. I am walking right beside you, holding your hand and whispering with every step, do not look back. Keep moving. I am right here, my love. Go ahead and grieve for the things you have lost. Just do not let that sadness block the new path I am opening for you. Cry if you need to, but then wipe your eyes and look up. Do not let old memories steal the beautiful future I am showing you. And do not let fear tell you that you are too tired to handle change. You survived the very things you thought would break you. So you will keep taking steps forward with me. You are not just starting over at the bottom, you are standing on a much higher step now. A step that cost a price only you and I understand. Now is the time to start living like someone who made it through the fire, instead of living in fear of it. This is when you start thinking, speaking, and choosing like a person who has a divine calling, not someone just drifting through life. Step into this season with quiet wonder and high hopes. Let me keep writing the story you thought was basically over. I have not put my pen away yet. Your best pages are still ahead of you, not behind. And I, the God who stayed with you through every storm, will keep leading the way, walking beside you, and protecting you as things change. My child, this is more than just a passing phase. It is a holy transition. And I promise you with all my heart, you are not heading down the wrong path. You are going the right way at the perfect time with a guide who never makes mistakes. Just open your hands and open your heart. Let me lead you into a deeper, bigger, and more beautiful life than you ever dreamed of. My love, you have already tasted my grace in the past, just enough to keep your soul from breaking and enough to know I was right there even when you felt completely alone. But now I promise you something far greater. You are going to drink so much deeper. You will not just touch the edges of my grace. You will swim in it. And you will not just catch a whisper of my voice. You will hear my softest whispers clearly. You will not just notice the light, you will walk right in the center of its stream. That heavy emotional feeling you have tonight is not the end of your journey. It is just the front door opening. You thought you knew me, but you have only been standing on the porch. Now I am taking you inside a room you have never seen before. A place of deep connection, of quiet wisdom and spiritual depth that I built long ago. I was just waiting for your heart to be ready to walk inside. Picture yourself opening that door and seeing a view more gorgeous than anything you ever dared to dream. The seeds I planted in your soul years ago are finally starting to grow. The promises you clung to in the dark are stepping into the light. All the broken pieces of your story are finally coming together to make sense. But I must tell you the honest truth. But this deep beauty doesn't exist without challenge. Coming close to me means walking where my light exposes your heart's hidden corners, bringing deep healing and real transformation. But do not fear. Beauty, struggle, and growth all meet in one single place, my presence as I walk beside you. Every trial teaches you. Every step of growth brings joy. And every hard moment turns into a path toward freedom. You don't have to navigate this journey alone. My spirit is here to guide you, remind you, strengthen you, and light your way. In the quiet hours when night falls and the noise fades away, when your mind finally stops racing with the day's worries, my spirit will draw close. You'll feel him like a gentle breeze brushing your soul. You'll know it's not just a passing thought. It's my whisper guiding you on what to say, what to do, what to avoid, and what to keep. You'll start making sense of things that used to confuse you. Clarity will fill your heart in ways your own mind can never explain. When you face uncertainty, when crossroads show up, and decisions keep you awake, when choices feel heavy and unclear, I will give you my peace. Not the fragile quiet this world tries to manufacture, but the deep peace that surpasses all human understanding. The kind of peace that anchors your heart during life's storms. It doesn't depend on your circumstances, but flows straight from my presence. Like when an unexpected calm rises while your mind is racing. That is me. Or when you suddenly know exactly what to do even when everything around you screams otherwise. That's me. When you can't make sense of your situation yet you feel your heart lighten anyway, that too is me. There will be days when you feel completely weak, believing you can't take another step as your strength starts to fade. Your faith might dim and your resolve might shake. But my child, in those exact moments, my joy becomes your strength. Not a happiness born from easy circumstances, but the joy that comes from knowing I am with you, that you are never abandoned, and that every trial has a purpose. This joy is like a hidden underground spring flowing unseen yet bringing life to the entire forest above it. When you're weary, trembling, or close to giving up, that healing spring will start rising within your soul. You will feel an unexpected freshness, a vitality that isn't your own, and an energy sent straight from heaven. You'll be amazed to find yourself standing once more, still walking, still believing, still loving, and still holding on to hope. I know there are times when you look ahead and see only a thick fog hiding your path. But I don't ask you to step into the mist just to watch you get lost. I call you into that mist so you can learn to grab hold of my hand. You don't need to see the whole road ahead. You only need to see me standing right in front of you. What feels like uncertainty is actually my invitation to step into a deeper level of trust. My child, don't think this spiritual journey is only for people stronger than you. I chose you not because you're perfect, but because you know how to lean on me. I didn't choose you because you never fall, but because you run back to me every time you stumble. I didn't choose you because you are strong, but because when you are weak, my power is made perfect. In the days ahead, you will begin to feel much clearer guidance. The choices that once confused you will slowly start to make sense. You'll begin to notice the small prompts the Holy Spirit nudges you to take, an apology you need to make or letting go of something, a gentle shift in your mind, or a small action that feels tiny but is actually opening a massive door for your future. That is how I work. I sow tiny seeds to prepare you for a massive harvest. Remember, this spiritual path isn't built on fear, it's a journey of growth, and I never expand your world without first expanding your heart from within. You will feel your soul being stretched, lifted, and made deeper. You'll learn to find quietness in your spirit to hear my voice and find a courage that doesn't need applause, only my whisper. And whenever you feel overwhelmed by my work in your life, just remember this is only the beginning. You haven't even seen all I have in store for you. You haven't touched the fullness of the blessings waiting on your path. But you will step by step, day by day. Just keep walking with me, my child, and keep your heart open. Lay down your worries and let me lead you deeper. The place I'm taking you isn't somewhere you have to keep everything together by your own strength. It is a sacred place where you simply learn to rest in my presence. And right there, you will finally understand what it means to live in true grace, in deep joy, and in the unchanging love I have for you, my child. This path you are stepping onto is not just some passing emotional phase. Instead, it is a whole new way of living, walking with me day by day. What you feel tonight is just the first taste of a spring that will never run dry. I did not draw you close just to send you back to your old loneliness. I am calling you to step into the quiet rhythm of my heart. From the second you wake up until your head rests on the pillow at night, I want my presence to be the very air you breathe. Let it be the anchor of every choice, the start of every plan, and your refuge after every storm. Some days you will feel like you are walking strong, hearing my voice clearly and moving ahead. But other days you will feel sluggish, exhausted, or completely unsure. Those days do not surprise me. I do not take back my invitation just because you feel weak. I remember you are but dust. I know how fragile you are. I see how easily you get hurt. That is why I promise to walk beside you. I never ask you to scale mountains alone. I hold your hand through every single step. When your knees shake and you fall, do not assume you have failed me so badly that I have walked away. I am not like the people who abandoned you. I do not leave when you stumble. I draw closer. I do not pull away during your struggles. I invite you to stand back up. Remember the promise in Micah chapter 7 verse 8, "Though I fall, I will rise. Though I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light." You might trip, run into old barriers, or lose your balance, but none of these are your final destination. They are just moments to stop and learn to lean on me instead of relying on your own strength. There will be times when my voice feels quiet, and you might wonder if I have abandoned you. But my child, I promised I will never leave you or let you go. Silence does not mean I am gone. It is often an invitation to listen more closely, to lean in, and to realize that even without emotions, I am still holding you. I want you to trust my promises far more than your changing feelings. Emotions come and go, but my word stands forever. There will be moments at a crossroads where every path looks good, yet every single choice carries some risk. When that happens, do not rush ahead just because you are afraid of missing out. Come back to me. Ask me. Let my peace guide your boundaries. If your mind is racing, pause. But if you take a step and feel a deep, quiet calm, that is the sign that I am right there with you. I do not guide you by shouting. I lead you with a peace that settles like calm water after a storm. And I know there will be days when you are simply too tired to pray, too exhausted to sing, too overwhelmed to even speak. You might just sit in the silence and whisper, "Lord, I am just so tired." My child, even those quiet whispers reach the very heart of heaven. I do not demand a performance from you. I welcome your broken prayers, your soft sighs, and your hidden tears. They rise to me like sweet incense. When you feel weak, I do not stand far off telling you to pull yourself together. I come alongside you, put a hand on your shoulder, and whisper, "You do not have to carry this by yourself anymore." Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10 declares, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will hold you up with my righteous right hand." I did not say those words just for people of the past. I am speaking them to you today. When you shake, I strengthen you. When you slip, I lift you up. When you are afraid, I shield you. And when you are weak, I become your inner strength. My child, get used to running back to me even in the smallest moments. Do not wait for a massive storm to hit before you look for me. Find me in the ordinary moments. When you walk down the street, when you sit and wait while you work or eat, or when you are completely alone, talk to me like a close friend walking right beside you. I do not just care about your major life decisions. I care about those quiet worries you would never dare share with anyone else. I see every single thought that crosses your heart. I hear every tiny question you are too hesitant to say out loud. I will send people to encourage and support you. You do not have to fight this battle alone. I will bring people alongside you who love me. People who will remind you of my promises and pull you back from the edge of exhaustion when you want to quit. Please do not shut your heart because of past hurts. I can use others to lift you up just like I use you to bring strength to the people around you. On this new path, you will see that you are not just receiving comfort, you are also carrying my love and healing to others. There will be times you look back at places that used to cause you pain. You might think I do not want to remember this anymore. But if I guide you back there, it is not to hurt you again. It is to show you how completely I have healed you. You will walk into those same situations and realize something has changed inside. You do not panic anymore. You no longer look at yourself as a failure. You will find that my joy has quietly become your source of strength. You will smile in the exact places where you once could only weep. This is the sign of growth, of freedom, of a heart overflowing with my goodness. My child, remember that I do not build your life through emotional bursts that quickly fade away. I build your life day by day, step by step, through simple, faithful choices. What you feel right now, the awe, the stirring, that deep touch, is just an invitation to step into a new rhythm of life with me. Do not let this feeling fade and slip back to how things were. Respond to it. Begin with simple changes. Set aside quiet time with me. Open my word. Write down what the Holy Spirit whispers to your soul. Obey those gentle nudges. You do not need to change everything overnight. You only need to stay faithful with what I place before you today. And I promise you this, if you keep walking with me, if you let me teach you how to trust, how to listen, how to rest in my presence, you will one day look back and realize you have traveled much farther than you ever imagined. You will see a different person in the mirror, not because your face has changed, but because your eyes now shine with my life. You will see that fear is no longer the loudest voice inside you. I have replaced it with the voice of faith, hope, and love. My beloved child, you have tasted my grace, and now you will drink deeply. You have stood at this doorway, and now you will step inside. You have heard about me, but now you will experience me yourself. I have not changed my mind about you. I have not taken back my promise. I will never turn my back on you. I am in every breath you take, in every single step you take. Let me guide you, lift you up, teach you to love, and show you how to truly live. And when you feel weak, remember this: my peace still guards your heart, my joy is still your strength, and my love never changes. My beloved, pause for just a moment and listen quietly to what I am saying to you right now. I want you to know with complete certainty that I am so proud of you. I see every step of the journey you have walked. The days when you were so tired you wanted to disappear. The long nights when you had no strength left to pray. The mornings when you forced yourself out of bed even though your heart felt completely empty. I see it all, and I say you did not give up. You did not turn your back on the light. Even when heavy circumstances pressed hard against your soul, you are still standing. My child, you have stood firm. Even when your legs shook and tears fell, you held on to my words when you could not feel me. You believed my promises even when life told you otherwise. You chose hope not because you felt strong, but because deep down you knew I had never abandoned you. That perseverance, that quiet strength, that fragile yet sincere faith. These are the things that truly delight my heart. My child, this is why you are ready for what I am about to do. I am going to reveal my goodness over your life in ways you have never experienced before. Not just as tiny blessings like morning dew, but as heavy rain that drenches the dry places of your soul. I will open paths you thought you could never deserve. I will guide you into spaces you never dared to enter. I will open doors you could never force open with your own strength. You will see my hand in every step you take, in every encounter, and in every quiet shift unfolding around you. Now I want you to do something deeply important. Just rest. Stop trying so hard. Stop trying to force everything. Do not let your mind race with the worries you already handed over to me. Let your heart be completely still, like a peaceful lake after the wind stops. Let your thoughts settle like the earth after a fresh rain. Let me take care of the work that only I can do. My hand rests upon you as a loving father placing a blessing on his child. My love is wrapping around you like a warm coat on a freezing night. My spirit is filling you not with frantic noise, but with a deep, quiet life that heals wounds you could never fix on your own. My child, tonight is different from the nights before. Tonight is your turning point. Tonight is the moment heaven leans down to touch you, to shift your season, shaking free of every boundary that darkness has tried to build around you. Tonight, unseen yet completely real, a decree from heaven is released over your life. The old season ends. The new season begins. These are not just symbolic words. This is a spiritual reality settling over your life. I am shaking loose everything that needs to fall away. I am breaking chains you could not see but felt weighing you down. I am releasing streams of grace that were once blocked. I am breathing life into dreams you thought were dead. I am refining your steps, your thoughts, and your emotions. Tonight in this deep stillness, I am reshaping your destiny. My child, this is the tremor of my mercy. It does not come like thunder. It comes like a quiet, powerful current flowing through your soul. It will not break you. It unravels what bound you. It does not push you down. It lifts you to your feet. There is no fear here. It only reminds you that you belong to me completely and forever. Tonight, my presence is here to do more than comfort. I am realigning your heart and planting something entirely new. A sacred confidence born in heaven, not built on earthly struggles. A deep divine peace beyond anything you have ever felt. A deep knowing that you are no longer trapped where you fell. You are standing right where I am lifting you up. As you close your eyes tonight, rest assured that heaven is still working. While you sleep, I am busy laboring. While you rest, I am planting seeds. While you are unaware, I am shifting the spiritual atmosphere around you. I speak these words so you can sleep and simply receive. You do not have to figure everything out. Just open your heart and let me complete the divine work I have planned. When you wake, you will see with physical eyes and deep spiritual sight. You will step forward with a lightness you have not felt in years. You will notice tiny details that are actually signs of a massive shift. You will hear my voice more clearly and recognize my movement in your life. You will stop seeing the future as a dark brick wall. Instead, you will see a horizon breaking open with light. My beloved child, from this moment on, start looking at your life through new eyes. You are no longer just a victim desperately trying to survive the storm. I have chosen and prepared you for a brand new season, a fresh chapter, and a greater role in your journey with me. I am not speaking this to merely touch your emotions. I am declaring a spiritual truth that is being established right now. A clear line has now been drawn between your past struggles and your future breakthroughs. You will still have your unique personality, your smile, and your quirks, even the struggles you know so well. But in the depths of your soul, something deep has shifted. You will not step into tomorrow because you are forced to. You will enter it as my honored guest walking right beside me. As you wake up in those days ahead, I want you to hold on to the words I am speaking to you tonight. Do not treat this moment as a rare event to be filed away as a distant memory. Let it be a fresh start every single morning when you wake up. Do not let your mind jump straight to your daily tasks, heavy responsibilities, or the anxieties waiting at the edge of your thoughts. Give me those very first seconds. Just whisper, "Lord, I know you are here. Guide my steps today." That simple prayer opens the door for me to step into every single moment of your day. You might be asking yourself how you can ever be worthy of this. My child, what I give you is not based on your effort, but on my endless love and promise. I am not looking for perfection from you. I simply want a heart that always knows how to run back to me. Yes, you might stumble. You might move slowly. Some days, sheer exhaustion will keep you from doing anything you plan to do. But please do not let those heavy moments make you pull away from me. Whenever you feel like a failure, remember this. I did not choose you because you are flawless. I chose you because I want to walk beside you even when you fall. Let every mistake become a reason to run straight to me instead of trying to hide from me. Over the next few days, you will start to notice tiny shifts, very subtle ones, in the way you think and react. In moments where you used to feel overwhelmed by anxiety, you will suddenly find your heart resting in a deep, peaceful calm. In moments where fear used to silence you, you will now find the courage to speak words of truth filled with genuine love. Where anger or pain used to flash first, you will now hear a quiet whisper inside gently prompting you to pause, listen, and forgive. Do not ignore these shifts. This is my Holy Spirit actively working deep inside your heart. This is proof that the words I speak to you tonight are not just poetry. They are carrying the power to transform your life. You will also start to notice the tiny clear signs I place along your daily path. A Bible verse will suddenly jump off the page as if written just for you today. A song will play at the perfect second to soothe your soul. A casual comment from an ordinary stranger will perfectly echo the private prayer you whispered in secret. These moments are not coincidences, my child. They are proof that I am watching over every single step you take. They show that heaven is much closer than you think, and that my words are not spoken and forgotten, but are woven right into the details of your daily life. I also want you to know that starting today, I am going to teach you a vital spiritual lesson. You will learn to find inner peace even when everything around you is chaotic. This quiet rest is not lazy or neglectful. Resting in my love means taking the heavy burdens off your shoulders and letting me carry what you simply cannot handle. Finding rest in me means finally stopping the cycle of blaming yourself. It means letting go of comparison and stopping the constant struggle to control everything. It means trusting that even when you cannot keep things together, I already have you covered. The Almighty holds you close right now. Yet doubts will creep in, and you might question this path. The enemy is going to whisper lies. None of this is real. It is just a passing feeling. Everything will go back to how it was. The enemy will bring up old failures, reminding you of times you tried to change but slipped back into old patterns. You will hear the harsh words of others and the judgment in your own mind. But child, this time is different. Not because you grew stronger on your own, but because you let me come close to heal your heart deeper, to transform your soul. When doubts creep in, do not dwell on them. Come back to my truth and repeat my promises. Remember, I am not a human who lies or breaks promises. I do not change my mind like people do. As you lay down to sleep tonight, treat it as a quiet appointment with me. Do not end your day with anxiety, but with surrender. You can whisper, Lord, did I do well today? No. Was I perfect? No. But I surrender it all into your hands. Do what I cannot do alone, then let your mind become quiet. Stop torturing yourself with endless worries and regrets. My hand is on you even when you cannot feel it. I am protecting you tonight. Please believe this single truth: heaven itself is leaning close to your life. You did not earn this. You simply opened your heart and stayed by my side. You did not walk away when the path grew dark. I never forget those who hold tight in the night. Now, as a brand new season dawns, I want you to walk like someone who belongs to the light. Do not hurry or live in fear. Be steady, humble, and full of hope. You do not have to understand everything right now, nor do I expect you to. Just walk with me. Every single step we take together is a vital part of this journey. Every small choice counts. Every time you pick faith over fear or choose to forgive instead of holding on to anger. Every time you run back to me instead of hiding in your old habits. Every decision is how you work together with the grace I am building inside you. My child, starting today, your days are no longer just passing you by. They are steps on the new path I have opened for you. Start looking at your life as an ongoing story, not a ruined book that cannot be saved. I am the writer of your story, and I am not stopped by the chapters you call failures. I can take the messy scribbles, the blurred ink, and the tear-stained pages, turning them into a beautiful story. You do not have to rewrite the book yourself. Just hand the pen back to me every morning. Let me write while you walk in obedience and trust. Some mornings you will wake up without any passion or spiritual fire. You might start the day exhausted, facing a packed schedule and a long list of chores. You might wonder if everything I told you was just a temporary emotion. My child, remember that I am not only present when you feel inspired. I am just as close in your everyday steps. I am there when you wash your face, brew your coffee, walk out the door, and start your workday. A new season does not only happen on the mountaintops. It lives in the small, quiet rhythms of daily life. Learn to view ordinary moments through the eyes of someone who shares a new covenant with me. An old chore done with a fresh heart. An old relationship viewed through a much softer lens. The situation stays the same, but you have changed inside. That is the real sign of a transformed life. True change is not when everything outside shifts, but when you react differently to things that used to break you. When someone insults you, instead of backing down in pain, you will remember you are loved, chosen, and supported. And you will respond with a kindness you never knew you had. When a door closes, you will not panic. You will take a deep breath and say, Lord, I trust your direction. That is when my presence stops being just a concept and becomes the reality you live in daily. Child, I want to teach you how to recognize my voice compared to the voice of fear or the whispers of the enemy. My voice never comes to condemn you, crush your spirit, or make you feel worthless. I might correct you or call you to turn around, but I always offer a path home filled with hope for tomorrow. The enemy uses your mistakes to whisper that you will never change and that everything will always be the same. But I say, yes, you stumbled, but you are not disqualified. Stand up, hold my hand, and let us keep walking. As Micah chapter 7 verse 8 says, though I have fallen, I will rise. Though I sit in darkness, the Lord is my light. Let this truth ring deep inside your soul whenever you feel yourself slipping. In the coming days, I am going to change how you view yourself. You have grown so used to defining who you are by your failures, by the words others have spoken over you, and the heavy burden of constant comparison. But I am gently removing those distorted filters from your eyes. I want you to see yourself through my own loving eyes. You are the one I love, the one I chose, the one for whom I paid the ultimate price, my beloved child. When you feel like a nobody, I tenderly call your name. Remember, my child, you are precious to me. I have rescued you from depths you thought you could never escape. I do not love you for what you can do for me. I love you simply because it is my very nature to love, and because I see a beauty in you that you have not yet recognized. As Psalm 23 verse 1 says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. What does this mean for your life today? It does not mean you will get everything you want, but that you will never lack the essentials needed to walk in the divine destiny I have prepared for you. You will not lack the grace to forgive others, nor the strength to stand firm on your hardest days. You will not lack wisdom for major decisions, nor comfort on lonely nights. You might not have everything others possess, but you will never go without what is absolutely essential for the unique path I designed for you. My child, understand that the deep work I am doing in your heart is not meant to stop with you. I am teaching, healing, guiding, and comforting you so that through your life, others can experience my goodness too. There will be people who look at how you overcame this difficult season and say, if God could do that for you, surely He can do that for me too. Others will hear you speak of how you were beautifully restored and find a spark of hope for their own lives. You will be a living testimony that I turn ruins into fresh foundations, scars into marks of grace, and wasted years into proof of my absolute faithfulness. Some things I will do quietly in your heart, sacred treasures shared only between you and me. But there are other miracles I will perform openly so that everyone can see my light shining through you. Do not fear when I bring you forward. I'm not putting you on display, but letting my glory shine through your life. Do not shrink away from the light just because you got used to living in the dark. The light might feel blinding at first, but soon you will see that it helps you recognize who you truly are and where I have been throughout your story. My child, as you journey through this new season, remember to come back to me often. Do not wait until you are completely drained to seek fresh water. Seek me even when you feel strong. Do not wait for your heart to dry up before asking for rain. Let me refresh your soul daily through my word, through my presence, and in those quiet moments you set aside just to sit with me, not to say much, but just to rest in my presence. These quiet times will keep your heart soft, protecting it from being hardened by stress, success, or busyness. You have traveled a long, hard road to reach this place. I saw you keep going even when nobody cheered you on. I saw you stay faithful in secret, weeping in rooms where no one else could see. I have gathered up every single tear for getting absolutely nothing. Now, as we stand at the threshold of this new chapter, I place my hand on your shoulder. I speak my blessing over you and whisper, let us walk together. My child, this is far more than just an emotional moment. This is the true beginning of a brand new life. So my child, do not fear tomorrow and do not fear your own weakness. Do not fear the long journey ahead. I am already waiting at the finish line, walking with you in the middle of it, and standing right beside you this very second. The season has shifted. The door is open. Your heart is healed, and I, your caller, will never abandon you halfway. Just take one step forward at a time and leave the rest to me. Lord, in the quiet sanctuary of my soul, I hear you inviting me into a fresh season. Please help me let go of everything from my past, all the pain, all the fears, and every memory that still tries to hold me captive. Open my spiritual eyes to see that every ending is just a hidden beginning, and every goodbye is a door you are opening. I place everything I cannot control into your capable hands. Lead me into this next chapter of my life with peace, courage, and a deep trust that you hold my future. Father, I come to you with hands still clinging to things I have been too afraid to release. Please gently brush away the dead leaves from my soul so I can receive the fresh blossoms of this new season. Heal every single wound that ever made me doubt my value. May your Holy Spirit soften the hard places in my heart scarred by disappointment. Help me walk away from what is no longer mine and step into the freedom you have prepared, Lord. Tonight is not like other nights. I feel a shift in the spiritual realm, a new season you are bringing over my life. Give me a heart sensitive to your work. Give me ears to hear the whisper of the Holy Spirit in the quiet moments. Let your peace guard my heart from shaking, and let your joy become my strength whenever I feel weak. Guide my steps so I never run ahead of you or fall behind. Father, I believe you are opening doors I have never seen before. New opportunities, new connections, and fresh ideas are starting to take root deep inside me. Give me the clarity to see that these blessings come straight from you. Give me wisdom to tend the seeds you have planted so fear and doubt cannot steal them away. Help me follow your lead with boldness so everything you stir in my heart grows to fulfillment in your perfect will. Lord, I know there will be days when I feel weak, uninspired, and unable to feel your presence close by. Please remind me that you are still there in the silence. Teach me that my weakness is not a reason to run, but an invitation to draw closer to you. Give me your joy to be my strength. Help me stand back up every time I stumble. For your word says, though I fall, I will rise again. Micah chapter 7, verse 8. Lord, I thank you for the quiet changes unfolding inside me. Thank you for the seeds of life starting to sprout and for the new beginnings taking root deep in my soul. Help me care for your gifts with patience, faithfully, without rushing ahead. Expand my capacity, broaden my vision, and open my heart to receive all you have for me. Help me remember that growth always brings challenges, but through every trial I rely on your presence. Father, you are opening doors that I once knocked on in vain. Help me walk through them with humility, not relying on my own understanding, but leaning fully on you. Guard me from pride when you lift me up and shield me from fear when you call me out of my comfort zone. Help me remember that every open door has a purpose and every closed door has a deeper spiritual meaning. Lead me hand in hand, Lord. I want to drink deeply from the river of your grace. I do not want to just touch your presence in emotional moments. I want to live in your presence every single day. Give me a heart sensitive to your voice, a mind at peace about tomorrow, and a soul that fully trusts in you. Teach me to rest in you so I stop carrying burdens that were never mine to bear. Lord, thank you for not giving up on me when I wanted to quit. Thank you for staying when I wanted to walk away. Thank you for holding me up when I had no strength left to stand. Thank you for every tear that watered the ground of this new season I am stepping into. Thank you that my sorrow has turned into fertile soil where your blessings can grow. I know you are leading me from glory to glory, from strength to strength, out of the old and into the new in your perfect timing. Heavenly Father, tonight, I surrender every worry, every question, and every burden. Let me sleep wrapped in the embrace of your peace. Shield me with the warmth of your deep love. Let me wake up tomorrow with a light spirit, a strong mind, and a heart full of hope for your plan. Let every step I take be covered by your presence, just as your word promises. Fear not, for I am with you. I will help you, Isaiah 41:10. I look ahead with confidence. The season has shifted and I walk forward with you, Lord, the author of my new season. Today I come to you with an open heart. I ask you to guide my steps, every choice I make, every word I speak, and every thought in my mind. I do not want to stumble through the darkness on my own anymore. I want to walk with you, live in your light, and hear the Holy Spirit clearly. Help me clearly discern your voice from the quiet whispers of my own fears. Guard my heart from rushing from decisions driven by passing emotions and from choices not rooted in your wisdom. Lord, I surrender every plan, every door, and every path I am considering. Please open the right doors for me. Close the ones that are not for me and redirect any paths I thought were right but do not fit your will. Give me a sensitive heart that recognizes your peace as a clear sign from heaven. Teach me to stop when you say stop, to move when you say move, and to wait when you teach me patience. I trust you as my shepherd, and as Psalm 23 says, you lead me in paths of righteousness for your name's sake, Lord. Please guide me day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, so my life reflects your goodness. Father, thank you for the new season you have spoken over my life. But I confess sometimes I still get afraid. I fear failing. I dread falling back into old mistakes, worried the future won't turn out how I hoped. Lord, I worry I lack the strength, wisdom, or endurance to walk the path you have prepared. Please pour your divine courage into my weary heart today. Give me a steadfast heart that stays unshaken by trials, standing firm when things are out of my control. Holy Spirit, breathe fresh life into my soul so I find the courage to step forward. Help me dare to believe, to start over, to let go, and to receive blessings far beyond what I ever deserved. Teach me to trust that I do not walk alone, that you go before me, stand beside me, and protect my back. Remind me daily that your promises do not depend on my strength, but on your endless faithfulness. As Scripture says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. Lord, let that promise become the very breath of my soul. Mold me into someone of real strength, not because I have no fear, but because I know the one walking beside me is greater than any obstacle. I pray all these things in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so we can build a strong community of faith together.